Hey, this is Sandy Hay from RE/MAX Results in St. Louis. Thanks for clicking on my video blog. Today's topic is, why do I need a boundary survey? I'm really excited to share this topic with you and educate you on it, but before we begin, let me just direct your attention to a couple of buttons on my site. If you're in the market to sell a house, there's a big red button. When you click on that button, you're going to get a free home evaluation within 50 seconds. Pretty cool. And if you're looking to buy a house in St. Louis, click on the other big red button marked Search for Homes, and you'll get to see all the houses that are for sale in the greater St. Louis area. Now back to our topic. The reason I think a boundary survey, also known as a stake survey, is so critically important is because you need to know the exact boundaries of your property. You want to know who owns that retaining wall, who owns the fences, and where does my property stop in relation to the common ground. There are stakes in the ground. I know you've seen those little wooden stakes with an orange flag or a pink flag on them. That marks the exact corner of your property. Now, even if somebody moves those markers, that's not a big deal because below that is a boundary stone that is a permanent fixture at every corner, no matter how many corners you have on your property. Also, if you look out on the curb of your street, there's often going to be an X etched into the concrete on the curb. That also is a permanent boundary marker for you. Let's say you find the perfect house and it's got a great lot in order for you to build your in-ground pool or a gazebo. You go ahead and get your boundary survey done, and bam, right through the middle of that backyard is a sewer easement. I've seen it happen several times. Well, can you try to get out of the contract based on the fact that you cannot build a pool or a gazebo now? You're not allowed to build any permanent structures over an easement, but unfortunately, unless you wrote the contract contingent upon you building these structures, you are not able to get out of the contract based on the survey. Speaking of survey issues, my client recently sold their house in Webster Groves, and when the buyer got a stake survey, we found out that the neighbor's retaining wall was actually encroaching onto my client's property. It ran along the driveway, not very high, just maybe a foot high or so, but it impeded on the buyer's ability to drive down this long driveway to a detached garage at the back of the yard with his big SUV. So he wanted this retaining wall moved over 1 foot. Well, when my client went to ask the neighbor to move it, the neighbor got very upset and said they had lived there for more than 10 years. They had maintained that 1 foot piece of property for more than 10 years. So the neighbor claimed adverse possession and did not want to move the retaining wall. That meant that they were maintaining the property for more than 10 years. They wanted to file a lawsuit to stop the movement of that retaining wall. So instead, Investors Title Company gave the neighbor some cool cash and they dropped the lawsuit, and we were able to move the retaining wall that 1 foot. This is exactly why you buy title insurance and you get survey coverage, just for those reasons. This is Sandy Hay with RE/MAX Results. Thank you for watching this video blog. If you have any real estate questions, please reach out to me, and I'll be sure to make a video based on your question. Thanks, and make it a great day.